Hey y'all, Happy New Year. I am closing out my second workday of the year, and as people are setting new marketing goals, I wanted to hop on here and share a hot take that I think will save a lot of teams time, money, and frustration this year. For context, I am Debbie Lee, and my work sits at the intersection of systems, storytelling, and strategy. I help organizations build marketing that doesn't just create moments of attention, but actually deepens relationships and strengthens community. The kind of work that actually sustains long-term growth. So here we go. My hot take: every industry thinks they're special. B2B, healthcare, nonprofits, startups, tech, all of them. But here's the truth. Industries are not special. In fact, industries have never been special. People are. Unless you are a doctor giving medical advice or a lawyer giving legal advice, the fundamentals of human interaction, what makes people pay attention, trust you, engage with your brand, they're the same everywhere. And marketing is almost never as niche as we convince ourselves that it is. Because people are out here peopling, okay? I say this with 20 years of communications experience, from frontline execution all the way to strategy building, and 13 years in the direct selling industry, learning from some of the greatest minds in relationship-based marketing. I have seen these exact same principles hold up from legacy nonprofits to healthcare tech to energy and community organizations. All different structures, different audiences, but the same human behavior. What I've learned is two things. One, anything can be done. Growth, engagement, trust, it's all possible in every single one of these spaces. And two, it's not about the industry nearly as much as it is about the people. And here's a big one for you. I'm about to myth bust some B2B info for you here. B2B is not actually business to business. It's people making decisions inside those businesses. So that really, when we start thinking that way, shifts everything. Because when I change my approach to be based on people, everything else makes sense. So how do we do that? How do we shift our approach to be more about the people? If you're looking to level up your marketing game this year, here are 3 proven principles that actually work no matter what industry you work in. First, talk with people, not at them. The goal of marketing isn't to talk about your product or your services or even your advocacy efforts all the time. The goal is to connect with people who already care about what you offer. When you talk with people, you invite conversation, you invite response, you invite connection. If your content sounds like a broadcast or a lecture, you've already lost them. People don't want to be talked at, they want to be included. 2, don't write for academia, write for people. Clear beats clever, simple beats impressive. When you write for people instead of research papers, something interesting happens. You don't just get found by humans, you actually get found by search engines and AI tools that have been optimized to search like humans. SEO and GPT are trained in how people actually speak, search, and ask questions. So the more human your writing is, the more discoverable your content becomes. If someone has to reread your content 4 times before they understand what it's actually about, it's not doing its job for the humans or the search engines. And third, and this is one I've talked about often if you follow me on YouTube, people do not connect with products or brands, they connect with stories. People don't fall in love with products, they fall in love with meaning. Stories are what builds trust. Stories are what create context. Stories help people see themselves in your offering. Products and branding matter, but only after people feel connected. Stories are always what opens the door. At the end of the day, when you treat people like people, trust compounds. And it is trust, not great marketing, but trust that drives action in every industry. Once you understand the people, the industries are not so intimidating. All right, guys, that was my hot take for today. And one more hot take I'm thinking about doing next, you can drop in the comments if you have any questions on it, is people aren't ignoring your emails because email is dead. They're ignoring them because of how they're written. I'll link a longer video in the comments where I break down how I've helped nonprofits and B2B organizations move from 10 and 25% open rates all the way up to the 90% range and increase click-through rates by up 7 times industry averages. So we'll dig into that one next. But for now, if there's anything I can leave with you for today, it's just remember, your industry, it's not special. Your people, the people you serve, the people you work with, and the people you market to are what's special. And I think that is actually the most special part of all.